One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The Anxiety Guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine. A leading authority in generalized anxiety, Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the Anxiety Guy.
Here we go. Warrior, welcome to episode 254. You're listening to the Anxiety Guy podcast, and I'm your host, Dennis Simsek. Today, it's about the anxiety signs, the ones that we're aware of and the ones that we're not aware of. You may be just starting this journey of healing anxiety and total transformation, and I'm going to help you understand this journey just a little bit better today. But before I get into this episode, I want to remind you that the audiobook version of F Coping Start Healing is now out on Amazon. If you haven't started your journey through F Coping Start Healing, please do today. Head over to Amazon and begin listening to this latest book. Warriors, why is it important to recognize some of the signs connected to anxiety as we go through the day? Well, after some time, I thought that what I was doing was normal. It was just normal. Everybody did it. But then people started to come to me and say, hey, why do you do that so much? Are you anxious about something, or are you catastrophizing something? Is something on your mind from the past? And I didn't realize how these bodily habits, these signs, were connected to me getting stuck on an idea, getting stuck on a feeling, getting stuck on an image in my mind of what may happen in the future, and it wasn't pleasant. So what I want to do today is I want to share with you these 5 anxiety signs so you can get to know yourself better, and so that you can have a level of awareness that you can bring throughout the day that will help you to replace these habits with habits that are in line with your new identity that you are creating on a daily basis with me. The first anxiety sign comes down to this: fidgeting and bodily movements while you're resting. While you're sitting or laying down, it seems like your body never wants to give in completely to that restful moment. Your toes are always moving. You're constantly readjusting your body. You've got this nervous leg shaking thing going on, and more. It seems to keep you wired while never allowing you to let go. Is this you? Does this sound like you? Because if it is, eliminate the guilt over these anxiety signs, and let's come into this with a more broadened approach. An approach that says, hey, these fears are learned. And if I can learn these fears that are showing up through these fidgeting moments and these bodily movements, then guess what? I can give these fears back to where they came from. Where did they come from? People, authority figures, your past, conditioning, your environments. Give it back. It doesn't belong to you. So what's the cure for this? Fidgeting and bodily movements at rest you never seem to just let go completely. The cure comes down to awareness and permission to let go and be still. The best way to accomplish this is in meditation with silence. Now, I mentioned a very important key word there: permission. You have to literally give your instincts and your mind the permission to let go in this moment. Because, like I've mentioned before, this journey is about cooperating with the very things that are causing us to experience sensitivity. So it's about cooperation, not competing, not trying to get rid of anything. This is a very natural process. The second anxiety sign comes down to this, and I can just say that, yes, this was me every single day, peeing constantly. I was always peeing. And I'm a big believer that it's the opportunistic subconscious mind that wants to keep us standing guard at all times, that takes full advantage of times where the person drinks some liquid, and the subconscious keeps them moving and never still. Overpeeing is also a result of muscle tension leading to pressure building up in the abdomen and bladder. So what's the cure? Focus on the depth of your breathing patterns prior to and during your consumption of liquid. This will give your body permission to feel safe in the current situation. So understanding the importance of focusing on breathing patterns that emphasize an activation in your parasympathetic system, allowing you to rest and digest, will help us with this. And remember that your breathing patterns will emphasize whether something is in fact threatening in the external environment or if it's safe. So make sure that as you're doing something that makes you feel slightly sensitized, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. The third anxiety sign comes down to difficulty letting go of past situations. We've all been here. The subconscious pulls our attention back to the times where we made mistakes, where we looked like a fool, where we tried and failed at something new. We find it difficult to let go and are reminded of the past challenges consistently. This can become so repeated that the person may feel like it's a normal thing. It's just a part of them. It's not a part of you, it's a habit, and habits must change. So what's the cure? Allow the adult mind to redirect the child mind or subconscious towards a new perspective over that past event. This must be done with feeling, with resolve, and release, either towards the person that was present or the time spent in that past environment that caused the distress. Remember, the longer the time that you spend in an environment that once caused you distress, the greater the chance is of you re-perceiving that environment in more of a neutral and pleasant manner. Fourth anxiety sign comes down to you slowly and many times unknowingly distancing yourself from people altogether. Does this sound like you? This is commonly out of fear, shame, and repressed anger. The anxiety sufferer rejects any invitation from others to connect, and they no longer place themselves in environments where new meetings can arise. The anxiety sufferer convinces themselves of reasons for why they are this way, many times blaming tiredness and busyness, when in fact the truth is that fear and uncertainty in what may arise from the meeting is the truth. So what's the cure? Set weekly challenges for yourself and slow down your speed of speech, your communication. Slow down your eating habits, your drinking habits, everything during that meeting with another person. Remember, there's no such thing as a trigger for this tribe. You'll understand this deeper through my newest book. There are only challenges. You can't have wins without the challenges. So what you need to do is intentionally place yourself in these challenges and bring your skill sets based around speed and responding with you. And the fifth anxiety sign comes down to seriousness. We never really realize how serious life becomes. We just think it's normal. We just think it's a part of us. Well, it's not. We convince ourselves that life and all aspects of it must be taken seriously because that's the only way anything will ever get done. This level of seriousness is nothing more than fear of becoming authentic again. Authentic like a child, playful and engaged in the moment. As you can see, so many times the reasons we do these anxiety-causing habits aren't the real reasons for why we do them. It runs deeper than what's at the surface. So what's the cure to this seriousness? Practice fun. Keyword, practice. In baby steps, I want you to feel yourself letting go just a little more and more with each opportunity for fun. If your child wants to play cops and robbers, give yourself to that moment as best you can and live out the childhood that you never got to live out. Remember this, warrior. When the corrupted child mind arises through intrusive thoughts, feelings, and sensations, there is no need to tag along and allow it to lead you. Rather, the adult mind can redirect the child mind in more ways than one. And many times when trust has arisen within somebody, we find ourselves doing nothing at all, unresponsive, no mind. And it's right in that moment when you know that you've replaced the need for certainty with the faith in uncertainty. This is what healing is all about. Warriors, pick up the audiobook today, F Coping Start Healing on Amazon. Begin your journey with me. And please go ahead and leave a review for this podcast if in fact it's helping you and you're enjoying it. I truly love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being a part of this tribe. I'll see you in the next episode, and don't forget, you are more than anxiety. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.